everybody, what is up? It's Missy Dupop here, and today we'll be making a regional variant of Passimian. I gotta look this up. Alright, how about we start again? Hey everybody, what is up? It's Missy Dupop here, and today we'll be making a regional variant of Passimian for my Fakemon region. Glad I finally figured that out. This idea was suggested to me by this person. Thank you so much for this idea. I hope I ended up doing it justice. If you watching have any ideas for regional variants or Fakemon in general that you would like to see, let me know down below in the comment section. I'd love to try to draw them. I'm really excited to make some regional variants, especially this one. Regional variants are one of my favorite things that Pokemon has added to their games. It adds a new spark to some of the old Pokemon that kind of maybe get forgotten or even don't. Now, let's get right to it. Let's talk a little bit more about this idea the commenter had before I get to drawing. You can do Passimian and make him a Brazil soccer player combined with the Brazil colors of the flag. I thought this would be tons of fun, and this idea was awesome. I never would have thought about using the colors of the Brazil flag, but I think that's so cool. So I jumped right into it. The first thing I wanted to do was try to make a super quick drawing of, the normal Passimian. I don't tend to draw monkeys, and I have no idea where to start. So I used this image of Passimian as a reference for this part, so make sure you check out this person's art. The link is down below in the description. It's fantastic. Anyway, I got to work. I quickly tried to replicate the drawing, trying to figure out what made Passimian be Passimian, and oh my, what have I done? Well, how about, we're just gonna move on and ignore I even did this. Great, okay, yeah. Real quick, sorry to interrupt in the middle of the video, but I wanted to get something out of the way. In this video, I'll be saying soccer. I know that pretty much everywhere else it's called football, but considering I'm from the United States, I've grown up calling it soccer, and so does everybody else around me. Just wanted to clear up any confusion or anything like that. Now, on with the video. I started off by working on a pose. Usually working on the pose is the last thing I do, but I already knew what pose I wanted this regional variant to be in. I just didn't know what to do for the design aspect of the Pokemon itself. So I sketched out a base pose to see what I thought. Yes, I know this looks like a human, but monkeys and humans kind of have the same body shape, right? I knew I wanted to keep the little mango coconut ball thing, I don't know what it is, but I wanted to make sure that it was obvious this form of Passimian uses its feet to play ball. So I decided it would be resting its foot on the ball, keeping it from rolling away. I just did a basic pose for the hands, giving them something to do. After I worked on the pose, it was time to try to figure out some changes I could make to the design. I've only ever made a few regional variants before when I was first getting into making Fakemon, and they're not that great. Pretty much I just traced the art and changed the colors and a few things, that's it. But they were great practice, and I'm hoping that this will be some great practice too. I pulled up some references of cliche soccer football uniforms. From what I could gather, a typical soccer uniform consists of the jersey, shorts, long socks, and cleats. I could work with this. The way that Passimian's fur is, it kind of already looks like it has on a jersey, so I was gonna basically keep that the same. I wanted to make sure that I embraced the long socks and shorts though, but I really get onto that later. One thing I knew I was going to change was the face, but I had no idea how to go about this. Passimian has this helmet thing on its head, and I decided to get rid of this in the regional variant. Soccer players don't really do helmets, at least to my knowledge. So there's no need for this Fakemon to have one. I didn't do it yet though in this rough sketch here, but I do later on. Real quick, let me say that I'm also basing this regional form on the Brazilian monkey. These monkeys are so majestic. If you want to do any research, I have a link down to it below. It's a Wikipedia article, so don't go quoting it or anything, but it's a good place to get some quick knowledge. Like I said, these monkeys are just so majestic. I love the way they look and the magical look they have in their eyes. They just know things. Animals are so awesome. Anyway, Passimian's fur on its head kind of sticks up-ish, and the Brazilian monkey's head and neck fur points more in a down direction. So I thought it would be fun to do something and change it up for this form like that. So I tried it out. I did my best to copy the face of the original form, but it didn't look great. I decided it was time to start again, but with more detail and more of a plan this time. I did a quick face and worked more on the pose. I tried to make the body more monkey-like, but just a heads up, this Pokemon ends up being pretty humanoid, but we'll touch on that more in a bit. Anyway, after I draw a body I was okay with, I did some messing around with the feet. Then I worked more on the patterns. I made the shorts and the jersey pattern, and I realized I'd forgotten the most important part, the tail. Don't worry, I added it as soon as I realized I had forgotten it, and I decided it was time to draw it one more time. I really tried to focus on figuring out what I did and did not want for this design. I gave up on the legs at some point, deciding, I would just mess around with them in the final digital version. It's fine. They just look like chicken legs, though. I had what I think's a cool idea when I was working with the tail. One of the ideas that the commenter mentioned earlier for this form was a Brazilian flag color theme. I decided to put part of the Brazilian flag itself on the tail, the circle inside the diamond shape. After I did some more messing around and slight alterations here and there, I decided it was ready for the digital version. But before that off camera, I worked a bit on the face. I really didn't have that figured out yet, and I really needed to get that figured out before I started the digital version, And this is what I made. It changes a little bit in the final version, as do a lot of things about this design, but I felt a lot more prepared after figuring that out. It was at this point that I realized this Pokemon really looked like a Yeti type character. I don't know where, but along the way, this Passimian form started to look, well, nothing like Passimian, and not that much like a monkey, but I'll let you judge whether that's a good thing or not. I don't know what I think of this Fakemon. I like it, but at the same time, it seems a little too humanoid for me. But that's okay, practice makes perfect, and now I know that humanoid Pokemon maybe aren't my favorite. I'll have to keep this in mind for future designs, but that doesn't mean I won't be doing humanoid Pokemon, so don't get worried if you like that kind of Fakemon. So here you can see the final line art. As you can see, I changed a few things like the hand pose, the facial expressions, a few minor things here and there, and that kind of thing. Oh, I also fixed the legs. Hopefully they don't look so much like a chicken leg now. Now it was time to color. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what my thought process was for the colors. I don't really show it that often when I make my Fakemon, so I thought I would change it up a bit. I eyedroppered the Brazilian colors and desaturated them a little bit. I worked on the tail first, getting that flag design I had made in earlier. The rest was the hard part. I decided to have the tail and the shorts the same color at least. I decided to go ahead and color the face and the hand/feet. I hope that the way I separated the feet from the legs would look a little bit like cleats. I colored the legs and the tail and then the jersey pattern. And then, the legs and the arms. The rest of the coloring is pretty boring, just me not being able to decide what shades of the color I want to use and doing a little bit of touch up here and there, so I'll go ahead and end this coloring segment now. So, how about we take a look at the final design? And this, my friends, is the final Lazo region variant of Passimian, with the ability Quick Feet, and it is a fighting type. Passimian and the Lazo region love to kick. They travel together in wild groups that professors refer to as teams. These teams often gather together to kick around anything round. They seem to have studied the sports of their trainers and play their own versions of these sports. They seem to have traveled from Alola to Lazo overseas and adapted to the different climates of the Lazo region. Here is Passimian's shiny, and then we're back to the other color. So, what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And with that, it's time to wrap this up. So, what do you think? Like I said, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. I had a lot of fun making this regional form. It was something new and exciting to try. I would love to make some more. So if you have any ideas, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. Also, I'm thinking of maybe making a pre-evolution for this Passimian form, like a little kid just starting off on their soccer-filled path to success. What do you guys think? Anyway, I apologize that this video is a bit of a shorter one. Just maybe I should learn some better time management skills. But I hope this video is still entertaining, even if it was a little short. If you did find it entertaining, feel free to like the video. It'll show others that you think this video is worth watching. I will definitely be making a lot more Fakemon content and art in general, so if that is the kind of stuff you like, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I got some stuff I gotta do. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a fantastic day. This is Missy Dupop, signing off. See you guys next time.